Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? This is Illa Land, and thanks for stopping by my channel, Everything Spiritual. Disclaimer, all readings are for entertainment purposes only, so enjoy. Hi, everyone. This is Illa Land, and thank you for stopping by my channel, Everything Spiritual. Today I want to do a reading on a sermon that someone sent me. It was a portion of a sermon that was given by Pastor Jamal Bryant. And the sermon, or that portion of the sermon, was on what is the greatest obstacles that are facing Black millennials when it comes to home ownership. In case you didn't know, millennials are considered anyone who was born between 1981 and 1996. So the millennials age range based off of that is between the ages of 24 or the ages of 27 through 42. All right, so in this sermon, Pastor Bryant said that 80% of the home ownership is 80% of homes are owned by Caucasians, white people. And that the home ownership gap that we have in America, it shows that the majority of Black people or people of color either rent or lease. Now, according to the same survey or information, the only 8% of Black people own their homes. This is not including people who are paying a mortgage. Now, in 1976, and this information is in the sermon, the average homeowner age was 25. Now, in 2023, the average homeowner's age is 44, which is the first time homeowners. So people are waiting almost 20 years longer to purchase a home. And as a result, or in addition to having to wait longer, the Black folks who are purchasing homes who desire to go to college, Black folks who desire to go to college, get a degree to purchase a home, are being discouraged because apparently the Supreme Court blocked the cancellation of the student loan debts. So the Supreme Court blocked canceling student loan debt. And as a result, for the average Black person, that means if you go to college from 4 to 6 years and you acquire student loan debt and you go to purchase a home down the road, if your student loans are not paid off, it may prevent you from becoming a homeowner. So the question is, did the Supreme Court block the cancellation of student loan debts to prevent millennials, Black millennials, from creating generational wealth? So I have my psychic tarot deck, and I'm going to use a divine tarot, or tarot of the divine, for my clarification. And then I'm going to use this deck, which is Jesus Lemire, for just additional information. So I'll get my spirit board and let's see what's going on with this ruling that cancels out, that blocked the cancellation of student loan debt that they're able to pass down to their family. For Black people, the number one resource that we have to pass down to our relatives or families is property, home ownership. So let's see what Spirit has to say regarding the Supreme Court blocking the cancellation of student loan debt. So under the situation, we have deception and envy. And this is someone who looks to be, the way he's dressed, in a position of authority. And he has on a mask and he's taking the mask off. So under the situation, it looks like that there could have been ulterior motives or reasons that were not given to the public as far as why the Supreme Court canceled or they blocked the ruling that would cancel student loan debt. And now that cancellation is across the board, but specifically for millennials who are graduating college, this is an opportunity for them to not go into their adulthood carrying student loan debt that has to be managed in order to become a homeowner. So the clarifier under deception and envy is the 9 of coins. And this card generally means success, abundance, and prosperity. So the deception and envy, this would indicate that the government or the Supreme Court didn't want to see millennials becoming successful, financially independent, and able to become homeowners. That is the situation. Under the expectation, you have prosperity begins. When millennials or anyone goes to college and earns a degree, earns an education, they're doing it for financial security. They're doing it for abundance and prosperity. So the expectation from the millennials from going to college is to have the beginning of prosperity, the beginning of financial security, the beginning of having a career and just laying a solid foundation for their future. The clarifier for that card is the 10 of Swords again. So here you have the expectation is for the millennials to be prosperous, to have abundance and prosperity, financial abundance and prosperity, to plant the seeds of abundance and prosperity. But then the clarifier is the 10 of Swords, which is backstabbing and deception. So yes, it does look as if the federal government or the Supreme Court, which is part of the judicial part of the government, they did have an ulterior motive, or there was other considerations given when the decision was made to block the cancellation of the student loan debt. Under hidden influences, we have mental conflict. So there was some type of a conflict. There was some type of back and forth that took place regarding, should we do this and allow thousands and thousands of millennials, Black millennials, to have their student loan debt wiped free or have their student loan debt forgiven so that they're able to have a fresh start going out into the world? There was a mental conflict with that. So the hidden influences behind the decision, someone was not in support of it 100%. The clarifier for that is the seven of Wands. So here you have someone defending his position. Here you have someone who has to work to protect what he has built or what he has. So under the hidden influences, yes, the government went back and forth with should they do it or shouldn't they do it. And they know that if they was to wipe out, eliminate the student loan debt across the board, It would have made a lot of millennials stronger. It would have given them an opportunity to go into, to be in a strong, solid position to acquire a new home, to purchase property. They would have had everything that they've needed to start amassing wealth, or at least purchasing a home. Under the advice, you have recognition and reward. And of course, we're talking about millennials going to college and graduating, earning their degrees, earning their higher education, their higher studying. So the advice from Spirit is yes, go for it, millennials. Although you may not know how you're going to pay off your student loans, if that is the only resource that you have for you to pay for your education, go for it, because you're going to get recognition and reward, and the benefits are going to outweigh the disadvantages. The clarifier for that card is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is a card of emotions. It's a card of sincerity. It's a card of love. It's a card of balance, balanced emotions, making decisions that are heartfelt. And this is also someone who's in control of their emotions. So under recognition and reward, again, a lot of people are emotional about their education. They care about their future and the futures of their families. So Spirit is asking you to take that energy that you have and go forward, and do not let fear hold you back from going to school, going to college. And if you have to use student loans or financial aid to do so, so be it. Under the outcome, you have obstacles and challenges. So Spirit is letting you know, yes, if you take out student loans to pay for your education, you may come across some obstacles and challenges when it comes time for you to repay your debt or repay your student loans. But there are several programs available that will assist in matching your payments with your income. There are several programs that are available that will allow you to manage your student loan debts. And as long as your loan does not go into, as long as your loan is current, and as long as you're making your payments, or you're paying the interest to your student loans, you can still have an opportunity to purchase a home, basically. So although you're going to have obstacles and challenges, just know that with proper planning and patience, you can get through it. And of course, here you have the Queen of Coins. So again, this is a card of abundance and prosperity. And this is someone, of course, she's able to amass wealth. So the outcome is, yes, although the federal government or the Supreme Court blocked the cancellation of student loan debts, I believe that was one of President Biden's selling points when he was running for office. So although they blocked it, there are still several programs, and there are still opportunities for millennials, for Black millennials, to go to college, pay their student loan debt with student loans from the federal government, and you can still graduate, start your career if you choose to have a family, and you will have the means to do so. You'll have the resources to do so. It may be challenging. Like, I know that your student loans cannot be in default. They cannot be in default. But if your student loans are deferred and you try to purchase a home, you're able to do so. That student loan debt is not held against you. So you can do it. Spirit is encouraging you to do it, millennials. Just know that you have to be a little savvy when it comes to the repayment. And then also, most people, once they graduate college, probably within 4 years, they're ready to purchase a home, not right out of college. But within that time frame of whatever is a comfortable time for you to purchase a home, go for it. Again, in the Black and the minority communities, passing down property, passing down of homes is one of our main sources of generational wealth and leaving a legacy for our family. Under the Jesus Lemure Oracle, we have heal the past wounds. All right, we know that in the past, Blacks or minorities have not been in a position to purchase homes. A lot of times it was due to credit. A lot of times it was due to employment. And a lot of people went out on the limb when we had the housing market, I think, bust in 2008. And some people lost their homes. So Spirit is, the additional messages for this reading is heal the past wounds. Know that you can purchase, you can have generational wealth for your family. And just take accountability, be responsible with your student loans. Don't take out more than you actually need. And then if you can pay more than the interest, pay more than what you owe so that you can pay them off quicker. Then we have truth. Be honest with yourself when it comes to you managing your resources. Because we all, if we have a goal and we want something bad enough, we will find a way to make it happen. So be honest and truthful with yourself, with your finances, and in managing your student loans after you have completed your education. And the wrong path is ignoring your student loans, letting the student loans default, not paying them. And then, of course, it's going to go on your credit report. And that's going down the wrong path. And that will lead you to be in a position where you're not able to have good credit or purchase a home because you have student loans that have defaulted or where you just haven't paid them or they're behind. And the last card we have is write your own story. So millennials, you have the power. You have the intelligence, the talent, the resources to go to college. If you need assistance, apply for the student loans. And then you can write your own story. You can dictate your destiny or create your destiny by taking actions and measures through having a good education, through learning a trade, to becoming a professional. And once you have the education, that's something that no one can take from you. So choose an education or a career field that is practical and in demand. But basically, don't let fear of not being able to pay your student loans keep you from getting a college education. To receive more spiritual guidance, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Ilalyn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, namaste.